All right, let's talk about loneliness. It's not just something that happens to you, it's a feeling. We all experience loneliness at some point in our lives. And here's the truth: loneliness can crush you, or it can build you into something you've never imagined. Now, most people treat loneliness like it's a curse or something to be avoided, something to escape, or something to use to numb ourselves as quick as possible. But what if I told you that your loneliness is actually one of the most powerful tools for personal growth that a person could ever have in their arsenal? That instead of running from it, you could use it to level up your life. You need to use your loneliness to your advantage. You need to turn your loneliness into fuel, basically, to run your life. And I'll explain this in a bit. Basically, when you level up your life, you are literally attracting other people who have leveled up their lives, and this just makes for an even better life experience. And I know this is true because I have certain people around me who are, experiencing such a, should I say, life right now. They are experiencing life on this level because they have leveled up their lives. I mean, it's easy to slip into depression and feel sorry for yourself because most people play the pity card when faced with loneliness. But instead, you can choose to channel that loneliness into building a brand or starting a business. It's very possible. If you dwell in your loneliness, it's going to get you nowhere. And the truth is, no one is going to feel sorry for you because everyone is too focused on their own lives. This is actually a harsh reality that I think most people need to come to. Let's start with section 1. I think I'm going to break down this video into different sections, but section 1 is understanding loneliness. First, let's reframe what loneliness really is. Loneliness isn't just about being physically alone. It's not necessarily a lack of people around you. This is a disconnect that we feel between us and the world. You can't be surrounded by a crowd of people and still feel lonely. You can have hundreds of friends online and still feel like no one gets you or no one understands you. I've been there. But here's the kicker though. Loneliness isn't always bad. It's a signal that something needs to change in your life. It's your mind and body's way of telling you, hey, something is missing here. Let's figure it out together. The problem is most of us don't listen. Instead, we distract ourselves, we scroll, we binge watch, we keep busy, and in doing so, we waste one of the most transformative opportunities we've been given, the chance to get to know ourselves better and to create something meaningful out of the emptiness that we feel. Section 2 is why loneliness is a hidden superpower. Why loneliness is a hidden superpower. I think I'm going to touch on this for the next maybe 3-4 minutes. Okay, so let me tell you something crazy. Most of the great thinkers, or most people that you consider to be great leaders in the world or in history, these people spent large parts of their lives practically alone, like they were alone for a long period of time. Take for instance authors like J.K. Rowling. She wrote in isolation. She actually wrote in poverty. J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, this woman was, I would say, she was struggling in the UK. I think it was Edinburgh, and she was she had two daughters. And she was writing Harry Potter everywhere she went. She would write at the daycare center, she would write at the library, she would write on the train on her way to work, on her way back from work, and she would just write on any piece of paper that she could find. And this was the manuscript for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. If you're familiar with Harry Potter, you already know, the rest is history. Like, this woman spent a large part of her life totally in isolation, working on something that most people around her wouldn't even have understood if she had even explained it to them. Like, they wouldn't have even gotten her. They wouldn't have come to see things her way. They would have been like, yo, you're a mother of two, why are you writing a children's book? Like, why do you think this thing is going to work out for you? That's how people are. That's how people talk. That's how people just want to bring you down. And if she wasn't alone, I can guarantee you that Harry Potter would not be in existence today. We would not have Harry Potter in the world if this woman was always hanging out with her unsupportive friends and family. If she was always looking to always be in people's faces, we wouldn't have had Harry Potter. And always see loneliness as a way to improve your lives. A lot of people have gone through this exact same thing that J.K. Rowling went through. J.K. Rowling, rather. Artists like Van Gogh, he walked through solitude. Scientists, philosophers, innovators, they all used their time alone to deep dive into their work, their thoughts, and themselves. The reason, being alone gives you space. It gives you space to think, space to dream, space to create. And I've been there. It really, really works, guys. When you're alone, there's no noise to distract you. There's no people to, play in your face. Sorry. There's no people to play in your face. Yeah, it sounds funny, but it's true. When you're alone, there's nobody to kill your vibe, basically. You're just alone in the silence, and this is the best time to do the work that people will applaud you for in public. What we do in private is what people applaud in public. So think about this. And in that silence, you get something priceless. You get something called clarity. Clarity about who you are, clarity about what you want, clarity about what you need to change. And this is where loneliness becomes your superpower. Most people will never get this opportunity because they are working 247 to put food on the table. They don't have time. They have busy schedules. They are part of the matrix. They are just slaving away. And this is why I always tell people around me, or people I know, acquaintances, anyone I meet, I always tell them, take your unemployment as a chance to actually build a business. I wasted so much time in my life, and I started this channel to make people know that, look, you don't have to waste your time like I wasted mine. You can actually start something while you're young, while you're still, in your prime, basically, in your prime years or in your pre-prime years. You can use your unemployment phase to change your life. Or you can use it to be depressed and just worry about the future. Or you could use this time, take your time, take your patience, take your silence, and just build something worthwhile for yourself. And it becomes the perfect launchpad to level up your life, because like I said, there are no distractions. It's just you. Section 3 is start asking yourself the right questions. That is section 3. Start asking yourself the right questions. And how do you do it? How do you use loneliness to grow instead of letting it swallow you whole? The first step is this: start asking yourself better questions. Loneliness gives you time, and time is a gift. Use that time to reflect. And here are some questions that I wrote down, and I feel like you can use these questions to really get to know yourself when you are feeling lonely or you're just alone. The first question is, what do I want to become? Not who your parents, friends, or society want you to be. What do you want to be? So ask yourself that question. What do I want to become? The second question is, what are my values? This is very important, and it matters most in your life, because your values are what you would use to judge, people that you want to vet into your life. This is what you will use to vet people. And if their values do not align with yours, you can tell them, look, it's fine, it's cool, you're a cool person, but I don't think this is going to work out. And values can be the perfect, blueprint for anyone who wants to invite people into their space. Like, you can really use your values to judge the world around you. Not judge people, but just judge your environment before you let anything in. Question 3 is, what's holding me back right now? What are the fears, habits, or excuses keeping you from becoming that person? The 4th question is, when you're alone, do I look for answers? Do I look for answers to all, of my life's problems, or do I just let life happen to me? Are you looking for answers while you're alone? What are you using to, solve your life's problems? Are you looking for answers, or are you just someone who looks for, issues and problems where there are even none? You should be looking for answers when you're alone. So those are all the questions I have for you, and I think this is going to be our last section. Oh no, wow, I actually wrote a lot of stuff in this script, but I think, this is section 5. Section 5 is connect with yourself first. Now, this next step is just as important. You need to use your loneliness to build a deeper connection with yourself. Let me ask you something. Do you actually like spending time with yourself? Because here's the thing. Until you enjoy your own company, you will always feel lonely, no matter what kind of people are in your life, no matter what quality of life you have. So treating yourself like someone worth spending time with is so important. Take yourself out on a date, go for a hike, see a movie, grab dinner at your favorite restaurant, and do some self-care. Basically, spend time in nature. This is so important. I used to spend a lot of time in nature when I had the opportunity to do so. So I advise anyone who is looking for peace of mind, clarity, just take a walk in nature. If you're someone who appreciates beauty, then you would definitely appreciate what Mother Nature has for you. Explore hobbies that make you happy: painting, music, reading, whatever brings you joy. If it's video games, perfect. Like this I want this video to be for gamers. Like, for gamers, if you really want to change your life, want to change the trajectory of your YouTube channel, I say go for it. Like, you already enjoy this hobby, why not change it into something life fulfilling, and do something with that instead of just gaming and not doing anything with it. If you really love gaming and gaming was a hobby for you back in the day, and you really used to be a gamer, I would say get back into it. Because if you're shy to get back into gaming, you need to just think back to how this thing made you feel. This thing gave you a lot of good memories. So if you can use that, even if you don't want to start a YouTube channel and you just want to use your gaming experiences to unwind and to make new friends, I say go for it, man. Don't let anybody tell you that gaming is for losers and gaming is not going to change your life. Gaming is just for people who want to just waste time. I mean, these are the same people that take pleasure in things like buying weaves or buying makeup. These are the same people that will tell you gaming is for losers. These are the same people that spend millions on shoes. So why can't you spend millions on gaming? Because it brings you joy. Everyone is different. That's just my take on that. And if this video is not for you, you can click off now, because I'm talking to the real gamers. I'm talking to the real ones who know what the F I'm talking about. Section 6, loneliness doesn't last forever. This is a really important section. Now let me leave you with one final thought. Loneliness is temporary. If you use this time wisely, if you grow, reflect, and level up, loneliness will naturally start to fade. It will start to fade, guys. So you need to know that loneliness right now, that thing you're feeling, it won't last forever. In fact, it's very temporary. You will meet better people. I've been there. You will build stronger connections. You will attract relationships that actually add value to your life instead of draining it. I've been there. it can happen, but perhaps we need to just exercise patience, but just know that your loneliness is definitely temporary. So learn from it, use it, because one day it can give you peace knowing that, look, back then my loneliness was actually the thing that I needed to get to where I needed to go. I didn't need to be in anyone's face. I didn't need to chase anybody. I didn't need to beg anybody for anything. All I needed to do was just, do my thing and use my loneliness wisely. And it changed my life. Like, one day you look back and see that these lonely times, these times when you're alone, when you think nobody has your back, these are the times that you're going to cherish forever. These are the times that you might even tell your kids about. Like, bro, think about it. I mean, so here's the challenge I want to leave you guys with. The next time you feel lonely, don't run from it, don't numb it, don't fill it with distractions, don't smoke pot, don't drink alcohol, don't look for any distractions, don't numb yourself, don't hide. Instead, use your loneliness, use it to reflect, use it to build yourself, use it to become the kind of person you've always wanted to be. Loneliness isn't the enemy, it's the opportunity that we all need. And you do know that with opportunity comes blessings. That is, if you choose to take the opportunity in front of you. So all I want you to do is use your alone time, spend it with your mind, spend it nourishing yourself, spend it consuming the type of content that you know will make you grow. Spend it doing something productive. Spend it leveling up your life. Alright guys, I think this is where I'll end the video. So like, subscribe if this video added any value to you, if this video helped you in any way. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe, because I will be releasing more and more of this type of stuff. And if you got to this part of the video, I just want to say a big thank you. Happy holidays guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.